So this is the Choosey winner. We're doing the Cauli mac and cheese with Gammon, and Rufus is cooking it, so everything's prepped. So we've got the pan on. Is that called a rolling boil? I think it is. It's a rolling boil because it's bubbling away. And then we've got all the veggies and other stuff here as well. So first of all, we're going to whack the macaroni. This is free from macaroni.
200 grams of macaroni, like I say, that's, and you get 500 grams in the bag. But
Put about half in, just under half.
So even though it says 200, we're going to just go for half the packet. It's going to be over like two days worth of meals for us.
Yeah, this is serving 4, remember, so even though there's only 2 of us.
That's half a packet.
Yep. So that's in there, ready to cook. And then we've got to arrange the squash, garlic and cauliflower in a single layer on a non-stick pan. Well, we haven't got any of that, so we're going to put it in here. So the cauliflower,
based on the recipe, it does say to put the garlic in whole, but me being me, I didn't read it straight away, so I chopped it up. But afterwards, once it's cooked, you're supposed to then squash it out and basically leave the skin on it, and then squash it out once it's been roasted, and then chop it up. But like I say, I've already prepped it, so we're going to add it anyway.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Instead of doing it afterwards. Like I say, if you want to do, I think it'll work both ways fine.
should do. So then,
you have got
butternut squash.
Half of a butternut squash, which is all chopped up.
Yeah.
All prepped. I even peeled the outside off, so because some people when they air fry or oven cook it, you can wash it and leave the skin on, but I've taken the skin off. It's because of the...
Yeah.
I've taken the skin off anyway, so there. So that's all nice and...
Yeah,
nice
so we've got the butternut squash and the cauliflower, so it's half... a whole cauliflower.
Whole cauliflower.
Broken into florets.
Even the one that was a little bit like an alien.
And then we've got to spray some fry light and sprinkle over the thyme and Cajun seasoning. So we'll pop the cauliflower in.
Cauliflower.
I'll hand you the fry light. There you go. And then sprinkle in the garlic on our Paw Patrol squad plate.
I know, right?
Can't see past the plate, love.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Sprinkle on the garlic.
So that's all the garlic. There was like about 4 cloves of garlic.
Yeah, because we quite like a lot of garlic. Yeah. And then it is how much thyme?
I think the Cajun spice, it says we've got to put on
half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon.
Yeah.
So that's not a lot, but. So I say we're going to do like the recipe says with how much of this on. About that?
Yeah. Might be a bit lumpy, that one, because it did get a bit clogged, but that should be fine. And then it says a tablespoon of fresh thyme leaves. Well, I've only got lemon thyme, so I didn't want to use that.
We bought some
dried thyme.
I'll say now the plants and the herbs and stuff are growing outside, we're going to dry some of our own out. I want to say a...
Tablespoon.
A tablespoon. That's quite a bit, isn't it? So this is a teaspoon. That's probably about a level teaspoon.
Yeah, so I'll put some of that in.
That's quite a lot. Looks quite a lot, doesn't it? Okay, so there's about a tablespoon then.
Yeah, roughly. That's quite a bit, isn't it, really? But
looks a lot. But
yeah, it'll smell lovely when it's cooking. And then that goes into, it says an oven, but we're putting it in the air fryer. It says 30 minutes. We'll check it after 20.
Yeah.
Because the air fryers tend to cook a bit faster.
Yeah.
So then, what we're going to put it on? 180, 200?
180.
It says a preheated oven at 200, so yeah, no, 180. So yeah, 180 in the air fryer.
180 for...
20 minutes?
20 minutes. I say it's always better to slightly, like, if it's compared to your oven, to maybe put 5 or 10 minutes less and then just watch it. Yeah. If it needs to go on longer, then...
Yeah, because you can undercook it and then add a bit more, but you can't overcook it and take it away.
I say it's always better to slightly, like, if it's compared to your oven, to maybe put 5 or 10 minutes less, and then just watch it.
Yeah.
If it needs to go on longer, then
Yeah, because you can undercook it and then add a bit more, but you can't overcook it and take it away.
It says to cook out pieces of gammon. So this, I've made sure any visible fat has been taken off.
Yeah, that's super
the
lean.
gammon. And
It says to cook it whole and then dice it,
Yeah,
but
then dice
because we
it,
took
but-
all the fat off, you might as well just chop it in while you're there.
that's
haven't
what I've done. I've chopped it up, so I thought it does save time. Like I say, later on. That's all right.
you? So we're going to fry this for 3 or 4 minutes and then pop it to one side. So the gammon now looks pretty cooked.
It's nice.
And we've just turned the pasta off because those are done. So we've got to set both of these to one side now while we're waiting on the vegetables.
Yeah.
So I've just drained the pasta and now we've got fry light.
Fry light the bowls. So hopefully what we put in them doesn't stick.
Yeah, I guess that's the reason. Maybe they just want us to have extra calories.
Yeah.
It'll keep us going to Cineworld, won't it? We'll have to go another few weeks if we had all the calories. So Rufus,
Yeah.
what's just happened?
I couldn't smell things cooking, and it was, believe it or not, we put it on for 20 minutes and we took it out like 4 minutes before it was ready. 5 or 10 minutes less, and then just watch it.
I literally was just washing up the bits and pieces and I went,
So
I'm not sure if that's outside.
some of it's
but
okay, but like I say, a few bits are a bit crispy, but
So if you're going to do it in the air fryer,
yeah, double check.
start it at maybe like 165.
So, I say, this is real life stuff that happens.
I know, right?
It is here.
If this was on telly, we'd do it again. But actually, we're just rolling with it, aren't we? Luckily, when we cook broccoli and tender stem and things, we tend to overdo it, and I like it when
But I
veg
said
goes
you've
crunchy.
done
So
the cauliflower, the way you cook the whole cauliflower and
the
you
oven.
put spices on.
Oh, it's nice.
So,
Yeah, the curry cauliflower. Maybe that'll be a Choosey one day. Who
Maybe,
knows?
maybe.
Anyway, so what we've got to do is to pick it all out and put the vegetables in with the pasta. We've just put the pasta into the bowls. So abracadabra, abra, una, na. Better not sing, I'll get demonetised.
Yeah, don't sing it, dear. We like that song.
Pink Pony Club, I'm gonna keep on dancing at the abracadabra, abra, una, na, abra anxiety. Keeps on, I know, right?
So we've got 150 mils of vegetable stock that we're going to put over these. So we've got, don't want to put too much in these. It's not, doesn't seem like a lot of stock, does it? But
No, well, we've got all the cheesy, saucy thing as well, haven't we? Gotta say, it looks really nice, even with the crunchy bits. There we go.
there's that.
And then what did you do next?
And then we've got the gammon.
Which you did dice up
I did
even
chop
more.
up
Look
a
at
little bit more. So it's
it's really
slightly
nice.
smaller pieces.
What are they called? Lardons. Is that ham that's
Lardons
like
that
that
have got lots of fat on it. That's lardons.
so these are like
not.
not lardons.
No, this is
gammon
just
chunks.
chopped up gammon. So
That's nice.
chopped up gammon. I say next time we'll have to just keep an eye on the cauliflower because I never expected it to go that quick.
How do you mean there's a next time? We might not like it when it's cooked.
Well-
It might taste horrible.
Well,
Depends what other people want us to cook. It might be a one-time Choosey.
is that right?
Yeah, that all looks lovely.
Yeah, that's it. So everything's portioned out, and then we've got the spring onions, which was 8 spring onions, so lots of spring onion. It says that we need to put a teaspoon of mustard powder in, but instead of buying mustard powder, because you can buy the plain Coleman mustard powder, and what was it? It was £2 something for a tiny little pot of it. So as I've got my own coffee grinder, like I say, I can make my own. So this costs a pound.
£1.
£1 in Tesco.
From Tesco.
So I've put a teaspoon of these, of like I say, the mustard seed, and I put it in my grinder.
Yep.
And I grind it. Like I say, you can use, is it the fat-free fromage frais, but I think it's difficult to get a hold of it.
Yeah.
If you didn't want to use that or couldn't find it, you can use quark, but since because Lisa is
a bit intolerant to dairy,
that we're going to use the soy alternative from
It's the only thing I'm
Tesco's.
intolerant to, though.
And it says in this recipe we need 400 grams, but seeing as there's not a lot of difference, like I say, in the last little bit, we're just going to use it all.
You can hear that squeaking and bouncing as he is playing with his bowl, because it's been at least 3 seconds since we've given him any attention.
So I'm going to put all that in the jug. Oh, nice. Right.
Cottage cheese.
You don't have to, like I say, this is free food on plan, fat-free cottage cheese. So we're going to put a little bit of that, because we tend to use it if we have like lasagna and things like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to add. I should probably use a clean spoon. Hang on. We use one of these. Just we're going to scoop out half of it. It's like I say, it's a free food, but it's going to go, like I say, between
4 pots.
and the other half of it
servings.
later in the week is going to be for our lasagna.
Spoilers.
Yeah. We have got eggs, 2 eggs that go in this that will get mixed into that, and also we have checked them, put them in water just to double check that we're
Make
not
sure they
putting,
float.
Yeah. No, not make sure they float. Make sure they sink.
Ow.
So.
Yeah, don't get that round the wrong way.
Yeah, we don't want to have bad eggs. So we've got our eggs in there, and we've got our mustard powder.
And then it's just a little bit of salt, I think it said. Seasoning. Yeah. What's that mean?
A little bit of salt.
And pepper,
You can put salt and put pepper. I say if you like pepper. If you use the Eat Lean cheese, it says it's like 50% reduced fat.
90% reduced fat.
90%, yeah, reduced fat. But 70 grams is one of our healthy extras. And we're allowed 2 healthy extras a day. So if we use milk and other things today, we can still have, like I say, I think one of our healthy extras, if we just use the low fat cheese that they recommend on the recipe, it works out to only 30 grams when I use the reduced fat cheese for one of our healthy extras. So you're getting over twice the amount if you use the Eat Lean.
Yep.
So,
and we'll put that on top in a second.
We will. So we've got all of this.
We're going to whisk that together.
Do you want us to whisk it?
Yeah, use the new whiskey. This is it's a clever one.
Right.
If you've got problems with your hands and you haven't got an electric
hold
whiskey,
that so that I can.
I was about to say liquid then,
I have to do this with it. Apparently.
Go up and down. Look at that! It doesn't for you.
Well, yeah, in the middle it does.
And then I'll get in round the sides and give it a stir.
Yeah.
Oh no, look, I'm helping. You better hold it, otherwise I'll help it all over the floor. I know, right? I'm helping.
Or you could just do that with it.
All right, yeah.
A whisk.
So that's all whisked together. Now what happens?
Whiskey. Put that in the sink.
Is that from that 80s film, Whiskey Business?
Yeah. And then we put this on top. So we will go 1 ladle. 1. And then do one other one on that one.
Yeah, 1 ladle per portion. Yeah.
And then go 1. And like I say, imagine, like I say, if we only had the 400 grams of the
I was just thinking
soy
that.
yogurt, sometimes it's like it's not having too many more calories, just having the extra little bit.
It's free.
And plus, if you don't use the yogurt an awful lot, like say what you can do with extra 100 grams.
I know.
We want to make sure that it's all even all the way round. So we'll put all our cheese mix on there, and like I say, we've got our little bit of cottage cheese in there, and we don't use a lot of cottage cheese.
No, we don't.
So we've got all of our cheese.
And luckily,
there.
the very low fat cheese doesn't seem to affect me hardly at all, does it?
And we've got
If it was full fat cheese, I'd be really poorly.
And it just means as well, it doesn't look an awful lot when you've only got 30 grams on them to put in 70 grams. It's a big difference. And like I say, if you wanted just to put the right amount of cheese on that they tell you in the recipe, which was it 40 grams of cheese?
80.
80, but that's for 4 people. It would then be free. For the low fat cheese, it works out to 3 sins per portion then. So I would rather just count my cheese and it be a free meal, pretty much. So that's what they look like with all our cheese and stuff on, and then we're gonna pop them in the air fry, and so we'll get that going.
And there it is. That is what the final product looks like. Thanks very much for watching. Bye. No, that's in the book. So then, there it is. Wow, Rufus. That looks really good.
It's got a nice sauce on it, so it's not really like dry or anything. It's nice and soft inside, and lots of cheese on top. And like I say, you can add a little bit of cottage cheese. It's free on plan.
So I've just got some. What have we got? Asparagus and some courgettes
just to
in
go on the side
air
of
fry
it.
to go on the side. That looks amazing. Smells really. Well, actually, to be fair, I can't smell anything.
I can't smell anything.
I can't smell anything today. I think I've got some hay fever or something. But that looks absolutely delicious. So
nice.
The next time you see it, it'll be on a plate.
So that is the end product.
So what have we got with it? We've got some courgettes.
And some asparagus.
And some asparagus. Nice, simple looking dinner. I've got to say, it looks absolutely
It does look
amazing,
nice.
doesn't
Like I
it?
say, our cauliflower, like I say, if you look back anyway, it was a little bit...
Shh! No one can see it with all the cheese on top. It looks lovely.
I know.
Delicious. Right then, we will see you on the next video. And as we always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic.
And happy cooking.
Happy cooking. See you soon.
Bye.